I had a thought, and first of all, I want to say, shout out to these PS2 games. There's so many. I'm looking at Super Mario Sunshine. There's so many old games and new ones. Those ones are the worst. It's like you still haven't learned. There's so many old games where you can't skip cutscenes. But all these PS2 games I've played, you can skip cutscenes. Okay, the Avatar one, I couldn't skip the cutscenes. The licensed games, you know, I don't expect much from them. This is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I just skipped the cutscene, got into the game. I know somebody cares a lot about this game, but that person is not me. And to be honest, I just thought, okay, licensed platformer, or not even licensed, just mascot platformer, let's do it, right? So I have no idea what this game is like or what it's about, but here we go, anyway. But the thought that I was having before was like, when you write a character and you write a world, like I'm not a storyteller by any means. I'm not a writer. But thinking about TV, I've been watching a lot of House recently.
Listen, mate.
And the thing is, by season 5, I've just finished season 5. By season 5, House is such a, like, clearly defined character. Like, I feel like I understand House. I'm not saying I could write House. I feel like that's a bit of a leap to make. But I understand his character, right? Like, if something happened that was particularly out of character, I would call it out and I'd be like, nah, this doesn't really feel like House. You know? This doesn't really feel like something House would do. And it's kind of got me thinking, like, if you write a character that, like, after a long enough time, say One Piece, right? Luffy has existed for 27 years, I think. Once you've written enough of this character, surely the character just writes itself. Like, you can put Luffy in all sorts of new environments, and you can write those environments, and you can write those situations, but the way that Luffy will behave in those situations is basically a foregone conclusion. We know enough about Luffy already. And I wonder if that's why long-running shows like One Piece, like House, you know, we're 6 seasons in, still being introduced to some new characters now and then, is, well, I mean, every episode there's a new character with House because it's a fucking medical drama, but like permanent characters do come and go throughout the course of the show. I wonder if part of the reason for that is House writes himself. You don't need to write House. Okay, you need to write his wittiness, I guess. But like the way that House will behave in a given situation is basically a foregone conclusion, right? We know that he's very clever, a bit of an ass, but he does have an empathetic part of him, and he can be surprisingly understanding. Like, we get that, and obviously there's more to his character than that. That's like a very simplified version of who House is, but it does, like, make me wonder. I haven't watched a lot of Disney movies, like Aladdin. Haven't seen Aladdin. I've seen Jungle Book. Jungle Book is awesome, but I haven't seen Tarzan. Don't know a lot about Tarzan. Don't know how he acts in the movie. But I've been playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 recently, which, by the way, really fun game. Also kind of a difficult game to navigate. There's a lot of times where I get lost and I just look it up. Like on Traverse Town, the second time you go there, after, what's it called? After the Tarzan, Deep Jungle. After Deep Jungle, the second time I went to Traverse Town, like, I found Leon, but I didn't really figure out what to do next, because you gotta go to Sid, and then deliver a book to Marilyn or something. I didn't figure that out. And I'd like, this is one of the games where I'm actually reading the dialogue. Like, I don't read the dialogue of every game I play. I've been reading the dialogue and watching the cutscenes of Kingdom Hearts because, like, there's no point in playing a JRPG if you're not gonna read the dialogue, and I understand that. Okay, maybe there is a point, because like Xenoblade Chronicles X, like if you're not paying attention to the story, you're still getting the value out of that game. But Kingdom Hearts is a game known for its story. I feel like it would just be besides the point for me to play the game without paying attention to those things. So I've been paying attention to those things, and it's been kind of fun. But where I'm going with all of this, the Kingdom Hearts thing, is that I don't know how these characters behave. Tarzan, Aladdin, like Goofy and Donald. I feel like I have a good idea of Goofy and Donald, to be fair. Those are characters that are kind of, I don't know, they're like Mickey Mouse, they're ubiquitous. Like, you might not have seen anything they're in, but you kind of understand the vibe. Maybe I don't understand Goofy on a deeper level. I haven't seen the Goofy movie, but I know what he does. He goes like, "Go-ho." Well, that was more of a... Okay, that one was more of a Banjo-Kazooie, but you get the point. He goes like, "Gorge." Like, I understand him. But characters like Aladdin, like, I haven't seen those movies. I don't know if they're acting in character necessarily when I'm watching it. But they are not the original versions of the characters. Like, just by being in the world of Kingdom Hearts and interacting with Sora and these Final Fantasy characters, just by being there with those characters, like, you know, maybe they act in character, but they can't be the same people because they have different experiences. Like, Kingdom Hearts 1 spoiler coming up here. It's not a big deal, but it is like 8 hours into the game, so if you care about Kingdom Hearts and you haven't played it, well, you know, there's your warning. I got to a point in the game where Aladdin used his wish to save Jasmine from a Kingdom Hearts threat. Like, I don't know what his wishes were originally, but in Kingdom Hearts, he used it to save people from Kingdom Hearts characters, the Heartless. And that makes me wonder, well, obviously, that can't be his original wish. I don't know what his wishes were. I'm sure he wished to be a prince and that he saved the genie, but I don't know what the third one was. But I'm sure that's what the movie went like, despite the fact that I've not seen it. I'm pretty sure I've got that one right. But oh, where was I going with this? I'm sure I had a point. Yeah, like, just by having that, like, changed set of circumstances, a strange set of circumstances, reference, I fell down the hill, I got glue on my hand, so I got records on my fingers. Phineas and Ferb reference. I swear there's like a Phineas and Ferb DS game, right? Mayhaps something that will come up later. Anyway, just by changing the circumstances that Aladdin's in, he might be the same character, but he's not the same version of that character. It's like Mario from Musou versus Mario from the Mario movie. Like, they're both Mario. They probably act roughly the same. I don't know, I also haven't seen the Mario movie. I've seen the live-action Mario, but that's definitely not the same character. But, you know, just being the same character in a different circumstance kind of makes them a different character. At least a different version of that character. So it's interesting to me. I'm curious on if the characters from Disney movies are acting in character within Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I'm sure there's no good guys that are villains in Kingdom Hearts. I mean, that seems kind of unlikely. But I don't know, maybe there's some, like, editorializing there. It does make me curious once I start seeing movies that I've seen appear in the show. For example, in Kingdom Hearts 3, Frozen's in it. I know what Anna and Elsa are like. I haven't seen Frozen 2, but I've seen Frozen. I know what they're like. So, you know, maybe there's some potential for me to, like, pick up on some differences there. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think of
Yes,
Kingdom Hearts, but
yes,
spoilers free,
Spider Legs
because
power
I
this
haven't finished
talisman
the game
machine.
yet. So I'll spoil you, but
Make
you can't spoil
sure
me, okay?
you